Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out. To the 25.
Down. Mike, 97. 180. Hey, we're good. 180. What's up?
Carr now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right now. A clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely... throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First carry for Josh Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. A look now at how Denver is going to line up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And here he'll... get it down to the 7. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Carr going to throw. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss. It's a 5, and it brings up third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So the Broncos. Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Oh, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So finally completes his... And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Looking to throw. Sharp. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darren Lee in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 4th down on is the punter, Colby Wadman. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make? And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This is a counter play, Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Clayton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Carr, able to find Walter. That's complete. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19. 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Caught by Cobb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away? Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trey. Von Mullen.
It's now second and 10 at the 25. You must be getting tired.
To throw again. Sharp. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. Sharp. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Beck. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent. Field position.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Watch safety creep.
Carr now on first down. The open man here, Renfro. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now, 180.
From the gun, it's Carr. This is Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And this will not be returnable. It's Out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Over the middle, complete. That. Back. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's go.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, Sharp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach His offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Sharp, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there as time expires in the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start with one of the toughest rivalries.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number. Number 3.
Let's go, baby.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion.
That's our way, baby. Going the other way.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Man up, D. Check 9, check 9. Orbit. Mike, 53.
To throw on third down. Sharp. And that is incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Hey, man.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a... And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So that drive, 4 points. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, 5. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded. Like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and 2, Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down. And
brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throw left side complete. It's back. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Looking to throw. Sharp looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back to throw. Sharp, flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Max Crosby, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sharp. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Operating from the gun. Sharp to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Darren Lee picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. From the gun on third down. Sharp, the quick slant caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Broncos cut into that lead. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. They'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And he's going to get into the end zone for 2, and they're back within 2 scores, down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Slings this deep from the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38. On first down, Sharp.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the 5th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Andrew Beck, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Raider offense heading out as we take Take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And coming out now, the Broncos. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 3.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Eckler, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Off play action. Sharp. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Clayton. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
He's back to throw. Eluding the and he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. That's complete to Cobb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. To throw is Carr. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down and attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. 2nd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Looking to throw. Sharp. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Sharp. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun now on 3rd down. Carr has got his target. It's Cobb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Caught by Cobb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.